The views and opinions of this program presented by the host and guests do not reflect those of Bronc Radio TV nor the university. You're listening to the Political Hour here on Bronc Radio.
Good afternoon and welcome to a very special edition of the Political Hour. I'm your host, Omar Jimenez, and on this week's edition we have candidates running for Hidalgo County's 92nd District Court for the Democratic nomination. Here with us today is Rey Ortiz, who is an attorney, Luis Singleterry, a municipal judge for the city of FAR, and Miguel Wise, the former mayor of the city of Weslaco. Gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you for coming on the show.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having us.
So the format for today's show, each candidate will have 3 minutes, pre-selected questions that I have chosen, and any rebuttals will be for a minute. Pretty quick and easy question. We're going to go ahead and start with introductions and make our way down. So we'll start with Mr. Rey Ortiz.
Yes, so my name is Rey Ortiz. I'm an attorney in McAllen. I've been a lawyer for 35 years. I'm board certified in personal injury law. But I'm also a mediator. I was the second mediator in the Rio Grande Valley 20 years ago. I've mediated close to 900 cases as of date. I'm an arbitrator. I've been a master. I've been a receiver. I've done a lot of things in my legal career. But beyond that, I also have a real estate broker's license. I've been a professor at STC. And I've been a professor at the Reynaldo Garza School of Law that used to be here about 10, 15 years ago. So I've done a little bit of everything. And I think that's what qualifies me for this job, because you need broad-based experience for this position. If you limit yourself to one area of law, criminal defense, for example, then that's all the knowledge you have. And criminals need lawyers too, don't get me wrong. But in this position, you need to have a broad-based experience, not only in the legal field, but in the work field and in life in general.
Thank you. Mr. Singletary.
Good afternoon. Hi, yes. My name is Luis Singleterry. I'm a lifelong resident of Hidalgo County. I grew up in the city of FAR. I went to school, graduated from PSJ High School. Very proud of that. I've been an attorney for the last 15 years. I have an office here in McAllen. And I do all kinds of work. I represent clients from all walks of life. I handle criminal cases, criminal defense cases. I handle civil cases. I do a lot of family law. So I'm one of those attorneys that kind of does a little bit of everything. I've been serving as a municipal judge for the city of FAR for the past 10 years. Back in 2004, I was very blessed and very fortunate to have gotten that opportunity. I've been doing that again now for almost 10 years. And I believe that it's the wide range of experience in the courtroom that I have that makes me the most qualified candidate in this race. As a presiding judge in the 92nd District Court, you're going to hear a variety of cases, again, covering all the cases I just described, criminal, family, and civil, which is my background. In addition to that, I'm the only candidate in this race that has any judicial experience, which I believe is going to be, extremely helpful. I mean, obviously, if we're seeking a position as a judge, what better position or what better experience to have coming into this position than having had experience as a judge already. That's my background.
Thank you. Mr. Wise.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Omar, for hosting this program. I think it's very important that your listeners, the students of Pan Am, and anyone who has access to the web can access your show. I think getting to know who the candidates that are running, I think, is critical. And I consider Luis and Rey friends. So it's very unique to run against them. But I believe, that a courtroom belongs to the people and not just a small group of individuals. A courtroom where core values of equality, respect, integrity, impartiality, and fairness is the rule, not the exception. In short, a courtroom that ensures a level playing field to parties and their attorneys. My name is Miguel Wise, and I am running for the 92nd Judicial District Court. I've been practicing law. This is my 30th year practicing law. I am a former state representative. I served 8 years in Austin for District 39, which is the eastern part of the county. I have, up until recently, been the mayor of Weslaco. My legislative experience involves serving on the executive board of multiple caucuses, as well as chairman of the military sub-chair the chairman of the subcommittee for military affairs in the Texas legislature. Part of that is my history as a veteran. I am airborne qualified. I separated as a captain and infantry officer. My latest duty station was an Armor Unit 6 of the 112 Armor. Like Ray, I teach at STC. I'm an adjunct professor when they ask me to. I serve as a mediator. I have also served as a special master. I practice the same areas that really all three of us are practicing, which is civil law, criminal law, family law, and taxation. These are all issues in this court, which is a court of general jurisdiction. So I think my experience. We're all talking about our experiences, and being a former Scoutmaster and Eagle Scout, 3 sons with Eagle Scouts, I think I bring to the table those core values that are necessary. You may not know this, your public may not know this, but this is the only court in the entire state, district courts, that can actually issue death warrants. You can actually send someone to the death chamber, death gallows. So it's an awesome responsibility that each of us, if we're elected, would have to face. So thank you for having me.
Thank you, Mr. Wise. The next question is, can you talk about your different backgrounds that is related to the position that you're running for, and how will that help you to better yourselves if you're elected to this job? And we're going to start with Mr. Wise and work our way down.
Sure, thank you. Judges, I'd have to disagree with Mr. Singletary. I don't think you need to be a municipal judge to go into the shoes of being a district court judge. As mayor, I had 2 municipal judges, and they serve a very, very vital purpose, and that is enforcing the ordinances and the traffic laws of the state of Texas, being Class C misdemeanors, which are punishable by fine, not by a jail sentence necessarily. If you compare a public intoxication case, which is heard in municipal court, versus a capital murder case, the difference between those two is as deep and wide as the Grand Canyon. So I don't think you need to be a municipal judge. In fact, I don't think any sitting judge currently, county or district, was ever a municipal judge. But I certainly appreciate the hard work that Mr. Singletary has done for his city, which I think is far. I think to be a judge, you just need to have a lot of life experiences. You need to have a lot of life skills. I'm a father of 3, been married 29 years to the same beautiful lady. My 3 kids are Eagle Scouts. We're really big into the scouting community. I serve on the national board. And I think, having a wide range in which I think, most of us here at the table do, and that is wide range in the fields of civil, criminal, and family law. I think that's what gives you the edge of anybody else that's running, and that is, I think, life experiences as well as your experience as an attorney.
Thank you. Mr. Singletary.
Yes. Same question?
Yeah, same question.
Well, obviously, everybody in this room, we all have our own individual experience. One thing that we all have in common is that we're all attorneys. So the question really becomes, who is the most qualified attorney to take this position? I think it's obvious that the person who, the most valuable experience that an attorney can have to become a judge is the experience that one obtains in the courtroom. A district judge needs to preside over a courtroom, needs to run a courtroom efficiently, effectively for the citizens of this county. So the fact that I am in a courtroom almost every single day of my life, whether it be at the state court, whether it be at the federal courts, whether it be here locally or anywhere around the country, and the fact that I do preside in a municipal court, all these things are things that are very valuable. It's just experience upon experience upon experience on a daily basis. Now, the type of work, again, that I do requires that I spend all of my time, or the majority of my time, in a courtroom. I handle cases, whether it be somebody that I represent on a traffic ticket, which I've done on occasion, or whether I represent somebody on a capital murder where the death penalty is being sought. Here in Hidalgo County, there's only a handful of attorneys who are actually qualified, certified to work on death penalty cases, and I'm one of them. So I have fought for people's money. I have fought for their families, but I've literally fought for people's lives. all that experience, and again, I've been practicing 15 years, which is less time than these two gentlemen have been practicing. But during those 15 years, I've made the most out of that time, and I've made sure that I've, gained a lot of experience. And it's not just the courtroom experience, it's the types of cases that I've handled. There's no substitute, in my opinion, for courtroom experience for these positions, period. Everybody has other areas that they work at, and I'm sure, made plenty of money doing it and whatnot, and very valuable experience too. But I have life experience just like they do. I'm also married. I'm married to an attorney. My wife is a lawyer. I mean, we, day in, day out, at home, when we go out to dinner, when we come home late at night, we live the law, 24/7. All that experience, all that time, it's just time and experience that adds up, and it's what I bring to the table. The majority of the cases that are heard in these courts are family and criminal. So by virtue of doing the type of work that I've done over the years, I think makes me the most qualified candidate. In addition to that, I disagree with Mr. Wise. I think that it is very important that people know and consider the fact that I have judicial experience, because we do a lot more than just handle traffic tickets. We deal with
Thank you, Mr. Singletary. Your time has expired. We're going to go with Mr. Ortiz with the same question.
Thank you very much. First of all, I disagree with my opponent here. I think Mr. Wise is correct that the, quote, judicial experience that Mr. Singletary has really doesn't qualify him, that in itself, to be a district court judge. You're talking about a municipal court judge, and you first have to ask the question, what does a municipal court judge do? A municipal court judge does not have to be an attorney, number one. Number two, municipal court judge presides over city laws, not state laws. So if you want someone with experience dealing with traffic cases, then he's your man. If you want someone dealing with noisy neighbors or noisy dogs, then that's the person you vote for. But if you want a lawyer with real trial experience in the courtroom fighting cases to a jury or to a judge, then you're going to vote for Rey Ortiz. The difference is clear. I've been a lawyer almost as long as Mr. Singletary has been on this earth. Mr. Wise has considerably more experience at 30 years, and Mr. Wise is correct. You need to combine not only legal experience, real experience, but your life experiences and your work experiences. I've been independent and on my own since I was 16 years old. I worked my way through college. I worked my way through law school. I worked at the post office for many years, delivering mail. I worked at Payless shoe stores. I worked, and my family taught me the value of work, and I've not shied away from that. I don't come from a political family. No one's pushing me to run for a judge. I have a wife and a daughter and grandchildren that live in this county, and I'm very proud of that, very proud of them, and I want to make them proud and the citizens proud, because I'm doing this because I want to do it. I don't have to do it. I feel I have an obligation really to the community and to the profession that's given me so much over 35 years, and that's the reason that I'm running. But my experience, I'm the only board-certified lawyer in this group here. What that means is that I have a special certification to try personal injury cases. But I'm a real estate broker also, so I've tried many real estate cases, so I know the area. I'm on the bank of a board of directors of a bank here locally, so I've sued banks and I've defended banks. So my range and broad range of experience in actually trying cases in the courtroom is more than either one of these candidates. So when I agree with Mr. Wise that you have to know the candidate, ask the hard questions, know these candidates, who are they, what have they done, and where have they been? And I think that when you ask those questions and get the answers, you'll vote for Rey Ortiz.
Thank you, Mr. Ortiz. Mr. Wise, would you care for a 1-minute rebuttal?
Well, no, I agree wholeheartedly with Ray. I think you have to look at the individual's experience as an attorney. Ray and I'm coming on 30, and Ray's over 30. I think that's very significant, because you have to draw on that legal experience that you've had to, one, understand the law, and two, understand the parties and the issues of the parties. You could have a death case that involves an automobile accident. You have one party saying the light was green and the other saying no, mine was green. So Those issues generally are resolved by the jury, who is the finders of the fact, while the judge determines the law. But the fact of the matter, that's what you deal with, for example. And it's not a trite example, but it's certainly an example that with enough experience in the legal field, you get to separate, as I say, the chaff from the wheat.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We're going to stop right here for a moment and take a break here on the Political Hour, and we'll have more here on this show with candidates running for the Democratic nomination for 92nd District Court of Hidalgo County. Don't go away.